just trying to film these two. I'm just trying to film the other plane, who is, if I could get him, very similar altitude. No trail. They just intersected, which is very rare to see. Here, they're usually just going in the direction of the plane with the trail. Plane without the trail, I'm sorry. This plane with the trail. That's a very irregular direction. So, direct coordination or direct correlation to the rain that comes here. Every time there's trails, there's rain. If there's no trails, there's no freaking rain. It's such a joke. Of course, he's heading towards the sun. But, yeah, folks, quickie talk about certain geoengineering activity I don't think people talk about. I mean, I definitely believe that they may be doing this, which is even more plausible than most of the other theories, which is generally just flying at the proper altitude to produce contrails. And you would think they may not want to produce contrails, but look at this. So that's the only spot that this, where is it? If I can get this freaking trail without the sun. My God. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, so that whole trip, it just left the trail right at the hottest part of the sky near the sun. But I firmly believe that they fly some of these planes just at the altitude to make contrails. You know, we're said to think that traps heat, but there's also, you know, a net effect where I think they believe they're cooling the planet even if they make contrails. So, you know, it's very tricky to make a contrail. You gotta have the three right specs in order. You know, you gotta have your altitude, your humidity, and your temperature. It's very hard to have all three of them in line at the same time. So it would just take a little, basically a height, altitude adjustment to have these planes not making contrails. But they have no concern for that, so they definitely want the contrails. You know, like Jim Lee said during 9/11, when they grounded the planes, that, you know, of course there were no trails, and the planet heated up a little bit. Whatever the story was. This guy's sneaking up on me here. So, they definitely had the reason just to put contrails up there. Forget about spraying and all kinds of good stuff. So, I definitely think they're just doing the contrail thing as well. Not negating that there's spraying going on or whatnot, but, you know, if you're flying at, if you're right on that line of making a contrail, you will produce the on-off trails like we see. You know, if you're right at that level, where they shouldn't be flying these planes at that level if they're trying to stop contrails, which supposedly they are. You know, NASA says they want to stop the daytime contrails, this way the heat can escape the planet at night and blah blah blah. But you know, at the least I'd say they're just trying to fucking make contrails. They have no qualms about whitening the planet. That's the goal, is to whiten the planet at whatever freaking cost. They think they may think they'll figure other stuff out in the future, maybe as new technology comes along, but they're doing this shit with planes because planes are there already. You don't have to invest, you don't have to assign a new force to do it that everybody's gonna have their eyes on. The airplanes are right there, they're already, you know, in the same place. So if you can utilize something in the same place to do a brand new job, sometimes you take a lesser result, where you don't, if you don't have to invest so much into it. So definitely believe the theory that they're just flying them at altitude many of the times to produce contrails, definitely. But yep, this guy's coming up again, or who the heck is this? Don't get greedy. Got blue jays, squirrels. Oh man, you got it, man. I ain't giving you two.